All
we
right.
got a special, oh shit. You got a special guest. I'll show you why.
Cool. Yeah, we're professional, everybody. That's why we get all the big subs and all the good. Oh, she's getting big.
This is my special guest.
Oh my goodness.
My kids are doing online classes right now, so I have to kind of like watch the dog, and you already see that.
Huge. English bulldog, man. Look at the size of her.
She's a good dog. She's a good dog. Let me see if I can get this up. Hold on. Sorry about that. Oh, this dog.
As you guys can see, we're completely professional in everything we do.
Well, it's online classes. They're home, and right now, right at 11, they start a new class. So, they can't have a class with the dog. So, so I have to like leave this door open and let the dog run in and out. You know how it is. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are going to be. The title is the main topic, and we'll get to the main topic, but I don't go straight to the main topic right away. I do a couple other things for the show, and then we get to the main topic. And I do actually got some video clips for the main topic. I got a couple videos on both sides about a guy about atheists being labeled and about like the 10 Commandments and stuff. So, and guys, this is for conversation piece. I am not here expressing to anybody that you should be an atheist, you should be Christianity, you should believe in religion, you shouldn't. I'm not afraid to have the conversation. So if you're so one-sided where you don't want to hear conversation, this might not be the show for you today. So yeah. I don't even know where my dog went. Oh well. I'll probably see everything just collapse right on top of me. So yeah, online is bullshit. I have three in three different schools. Yeah, I mean it's I will say they're a little bit more organized this time around than they were when the first the flu 19, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to be shut down just for that stupid word, but it is what it is. My son loves being online. I mean, he likes being here than being at the school. Now my daughter's different. She wants to be at the school because she likes seeing her friends. So there's plus and negatives for both. Now a lot of people will say, "Well, I like online better because the school tells lies." Well, all because it's online or in school, the books that they teach you is still the same.
Still the same.
And it's not like you as a parent are going to sit there with your kid during her class time. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. But you know what I mean, Bob? I mean, it is what it is. It's, and of course today's, I'm not going to get into it, but today is also 9/11. Boy,
I bet there's a lot of truth channel. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it because there's just too many damn conspiracies about it, and I don't want to, I don't want to get involved in the conspiracies of it. It's just I won't. So we're gonna start off today with my favorite segment of the show. Is it Mandela effect? Or is it mental illness? All for fun, people. Let me play that again. Today's is it Mandela effect or is it mental illness? And this is for everybody in the comments. And we talked about this before, and we're going to talk about it now. Checkmate. We're going to talk about the game Checkmate. Do you checkmate the queen?
Yes.
So I want everybody in the chat to be honest, and whatever you remember is what you remember. So everybody in the chat, let me know right now, what do you remember checkmating the queen or checkmating the king? And then I'll show maybe so-called residue. I still have questions. I'm serious, but I still have questions where, who even say, if you think you have a residue, right? You think you have a residue for something. Is there like a person that I'm supposed to send it to and to get like a stamp and say, Eric, this is real residue.
You know, right?
No, I mean seriously, it's like religion. It's faith.
No.
You have to feel it if you believe it, because I could find residue for both sides of the coin. Okay,
Both sides.
Okay, so getting that off my chest about residue. Tom Murr remembers king, which is cool. Val remembers queen checks the king. So we got one for the queen and one for the king. Now, for myself, I feel I remember the queen. Now, is that because Bob thinks it's the queen and that's all I've heard and that's all I've ever played because Bob played it that way? That's a good point. That could be a great point by somebody. You know,
good point.
Eric, if Bob thinks the queen and that's all you heard, that's why you think it's a queen. That's fair.
That's valid. That's valid.
That's fair.
That's valid. The reason why we're doing this, like I said, Moneybags was on the side, and he was 100% correct. I'm a fan of that man, and that man's like, you need to come up with some residue, dude. I keep hearing you say the queen, and been nothing out there about it, and you're the only one fucking saying it. You've been spouting it out for a long time, and he is 100% correct, and I thank that man for fucking debunking me and putting me out there. So we got another queen. You're supposed to question me first. I need to take the effort to go make an effort to look for this shit. So I had to walk many miles today. So today I found something. I sent it to Eric. I said, Eric's like, what the fuck did you? We both went over it again. Is this worth putting out? Is this not worth? Eric goes, yes. I say yes. We both agreed because as an anthropologist, this is a cultural thing. And this is it's just not just one thing, but it branches into a lot of cultural areas. So it is 100% solid to put out there as a whatever.
You know what I'm happy about? This dog is chewing down my feet, but it's chewing on a power strip. But the good thing is the power strip's not plugged in.
Dude, it's not a good habit.
Whoa. The dog was chewing on our wood. No, I had to
get him off my wood. Get him off the wood. Don't let the dog chew on the wood.
Okay. Now, Scott Morin says king. Gaina Ball remembers queen. So there is. Well, come on. Would you sit down? Come on, dog. Come on. Again, the actual math of the game, the balance of power, and the value would make the whole game not make sense if it was queen. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Now,
that's fair.
Everybody always uses bands and music lyrics as residue. That's what everybody mostly does, right? Or if somebody sings a song wrong in the Super Bowl, that's residue. Okay.
Residue. Everyone puts band songs, back to back band songs.
Now you could take this song lyric any way you want. I could be stretching it out to something else or stretching it out to what it is. Here we are. Okay. Now, this is a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. It's called Fortune Faded. Now, it says here, they say in chess, you got to kill the queen, and then you made it. Or I do you. Okay? The funny thing is, the king who gets himself assassinated have now every time I lose attitude. Now, Chili Peppers wrote, they say in chess, you got to kill the queen, and then you made it. Okay, now
you make it. Checkmate.
Now, you can that any way you want. Any way you want. But, if I'm going to read just the first line, it says, they say in chess, you got to kill the queen. Now, if the queen is not the piece to win the game, then technically, why do you have to kill the queen?
Yeah. Why would Red Hot Chili Peppers say that? Why would
kill the queen to beat the game?
Yeah.
Now, any way you want. I'm just saying, this queen is actually in a word. It's in a Chili Pepper song, which is known in the Mandela Effect community to have some Mandela effects within their songs. You can take that quote any way you want. But now,
throw it away.
Something else. I also found. You actually sent this to me. So
the reasons why. Now, the reasons why, guys. Reasons why. I had to do research on why is it the queen. In my memory, why is it the queen? Why would it even be the queen? Again, Flat Accord Music put on there was a pretty good statement about that. So there's a reason why it was the queen. And also in my timeline or whatever, I don't care about timeline. Anyway, where I'm from, we also the queen card in poker was higher than the king card.
Hey, come on.
The queen card was higher in poker than the king card. So the queen was higher than the king. Queen was higher than the king. And there's a reason for this now. I found the reason why. So we're going to debunk myself. I'm debunking everything, including myself. Why is it the queen? Why is it the queen higher in poker than the king in to win a game?
This thing is causing craziness in this room. Go play somewhere. Go play, please. Like, okay, now, this is the British rule. Okay, I'm gonna read. I wish I could get this bigger, but it doesn't matter. It says British rule card game explained. British rules. Now this is British, not America. British rules come into play in many card games that they are played by people all over the world. This rule is sometimes referred to as Commonwealth rule, as is a variation to the standard set of rules found in a game. British rule simply states that if the United Kingdom's reigning monarch is a woman at the time the card game is being played, then the value of the king and queens should be reversed. Now, did you guys hear that? British rule simply states in the United Kingdom. Now, this is not America. This is British in the UK.
And Commonwealth, which means Australia. That means Canada. That means also even the Vatican area. All of that. Any British, South Africa, any old British Commonwealth that they've converted over now. But they always played it with the Queen wins. Understand that. It's Commonwealth rule. Okay, go ahead.
It says right there, reigning monarch is a woman at the time that the card game is being played, then the values of the kings and queens should be reversed. So, I mean, it's in the rules itself that it can be reversed. So what I'm saying is there's really no wrong or right. I mean,
there's no wrong or right. It could go either way now.
So
look at the last one, all the way down at the bottom. The last paragraph.
Your last one? Okay. British rule in poker. That one?
Yeah, right above it. Yeah, right above that. Right there.
Okay, right above it. Moreover, one player, two pairs of queens would ultimately beat another two pair of kings, and a royal flush would subsequently go ace, queen, king, jack, and 10. So basically,
ace, king.
The queens would actually beat the kings in this British rule in poker. So there are rules that the queen is more powerful than the king. So because of this, because of all this information, guys, because of all this information, I'm going to have to call, is it Mandela effect or is it mental illness? I'm going to have to call it mental illness because there's evidence of both. There's evidence of both. There's not, I remember, Bob, you might have played with a person. I don't know if you played with a person from Britain that played it under that rule.
Yeah, well, I was in a United States Navy. Everybody on the ship that played chess was checkmating the queen. When we were back home in Kerman, all the Punjabi Indians, all the Sikhs, they taught me how to play chess. They always checkmated the queen. But again, the Sikhs are from at the time, not now, a British Commonwealth. So all the British Commonwealth. In fact, if you are right now in Britain and in Canada, where's Tamakan at? If Tamakan is playing cards, by God, he better win the game with two queens. Because if he lets two kings beat him, he is breaking the law. I want Tamakan put in jail if he wins a game with two kings. He has to honor the queens because the queen is charged. So according to the Commonwealth, now guys, this is why we're laughing at it, because if you're in a British whatever owned, or it's just a Commonwealth, whatever, you're technically, now the word is technically supposed to win using the monarch, which is a queen. Now, is there now, am I wrong? Is the queen not the queen in charge of England? Now, maybe she's not now. Maybe that's the
look at it. I mean, look at, we the people wrote the king is mostly defense, the queen is mostly offense. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's, like I said, that's, there is no win.
No win.
But what you're just trying to tell people that I'm getting from you, Bob, is it's actually in the rules in Britain that if a woman is ruling, then games have to be reversed from men to queen. I mean, it's
playing it incorrectly. So if you were British or anywhere in the Commonwealth and you played a chess game and you lost the game, you need to go back and replay the game over again because you were supposed to checkmate the queen. You played it wrong. It's not that you did it wrong. It's just that you forgot about the Commonwealth and there's a queen monarch in charge. You guys played it wrong. It's right there.
And I'm going to put that article about the British rule right there in the chat. So if you guys want to check it out yourself, like I said, anybody can read a certain way and take it out a certain way, kind of like that Chili Pepper song about killing the queen. I mean, like I said, you can make residue work for you or against you. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's like I always said about science. You can find science that works, and you can find science that won't work on the same thing. You can find on both sides.
So, this is fun. This is a little bit of possible residue from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Possible. It's not. I don't believe in residue. This is just how they played it. So maybe they honored the Queen's game, and they honored the Queen. That's all it is. That's all. It's a Commonwealth thing. If the Queen was in charge, then you would just do. You don't have to. Which means yes, the King is predominant. Everybody plays chess. You checkmate the King. Absolutely. Of course, you guys are correct. However, if you honor the monarch in England, everyone's like, fuck the Queen. I get it. But technically, you were supposed to checkmate the Queen. So if you're an English citizen and you played a game of chess in Russia in a big tournament and you lost, well, you might not have lost after all. You can go back and play again.
Yep.
Because you can tell them that, well, technically I didn't lose because we have a queen monarch at the moment, so I had to checkmate the Queen. We got it wrong.
Yeah. And it's just fun to talk about. And so far, I'm looking at the chat. I see different communities in there, and everybody's being awesome. That's the name of the game of this channel here. That's all be awesome. There's no reason to ever fight on this show.
We figured it out. We figured out the king. We figured it out. Everyone's like with the chess thing. I'm sick of Robert with that damn thing. Well, I got you the reason why. If you honor the monarch queen and then you do the queen, if you don't honor the monarch queen and then you do the king, it's as simple as if you're a royalist or not. I don't know.
This is awesome. This is good information right here.
What's that?
They were on tour in Europe when they wrote that. Okay,
really?
That makes what now. If somebody just came into the show, what he's talking about is I showed this song right here where a Red Hot Chili Pepper song says they say in just gotta kill the Queen and then you made it. Now, if they were in Europe during the time when the Queen is actually the game winner piece, that would make sense.
It makes sense. They're just doing British Commonwealth the game version. Eric, bump us out and put the whole thing up so people can read it and see it real clear. There you go. So you guys can see that. Okay, so I found that just fucking around. I'm a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I'm Californian. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I saw the video, which is also filled with lots of codes, guys. If you read all the lyrics, it's filled to the gills with code. Also, you guys ever think about Q? Q is actually Queen. So you might be, if you guys are all Q fans or whatever the Q thing is, there are probably a bunch of guys like me that played chess, checkmated the Queen. So there's your Q answer. I don't know. I'm making shit up. I'm a big-ass liar.
Well, you know what it's time for? Not the main topic yet. Sorry, people. Is what the fuck news.
Welcome to What the Fuck News.
All right. I love that. I'm sorry. Now this might not be, this is maybe might not be like crazy news, but I've heard different theories, conspiracy theories kind of on this one. And since Bob, I know you're in the UK and I know we got some people in the chat that's from the UK, I thought we could have a discussion about this one news. Okay. Now, this one news, let me go here. Oh, not that one. Let me get this British one off. Let me get this off so I don't get frozen and get kicked out. This is called Queen misses Christmas Day church service because of cold. So technically, in 1995, 2015, apparently she goes to the Queen goes to a church on Christmas Day every year, but the Queen has not attended church on Christmas Day because she is still suffering from a heavy cold. Now, I've been hearing stories that the Queen the day before was not sick, and she was seen the day after, and she even went to a function during the day. So, she didn't go to church because she probably didn't want to go to church. But since she's the Queen, they said she was cold. But Bob, you're in the UK.
Yeah.
Why is this even a story? What's the story behind this Queen?
Well,
Now, I brought this story up because you saw it and you knew we're talking about what the fuck news. We're talking about checkmating the Queen. I thought this kind of matches that segment.
Well, there are people like myself that have whatever bad memory that we have, whatever was put into our head, like fucking Dark World or whatever. I don't know how we got MK'd. Who fucking knows? Whatever it is, it's in my head. So I saw the video of her because I've always been interested because I'm technically the king of freaking Wales. You're technically the Duke. So, I always get fascinated with the whole thing. So I watched the video along with others from Britain that I had sat and confirmed it with. Now, I don't just say shit. I'm not going to put their names out there, but I had confirmed it with them. They had watched the same Christmas address as I did, and they watched the Queen. She told her staff goodbye. And she talked about
her flu shot.
She was saying goodbye during a BBC Christmas special, saying goodbye to her staff. Why was she saying goodbye? Everybody was, what the fuck is going on? Live on camera. BBC cut the footage and cut the camera off. Now, people remember that will remember it. If you don't remember it, you don't remember it. Those of us who watched it remember they cut the footage. All of a sudden, because she was saying goodbye to everyone. She was sad. She was saying goodbye. Why is she saying goodbye in 2015 going into 2016? Now, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but she's saying goodbye. It was so weird that BBC cut it off. And next thing you know, they put they actually changed some shit around and put it out there that she changed her whole speech. The whole thing was changed. It was changed, people. All of a sudden, nobody sees her the next day. She is gone. She is like nowhere to be seen. She's not at the fucking Christmas thing. She's not going to church. She is vanished. Something weird happened. Something weird. She was gone. And why would she say goodbye? Now, moving forward, I woke up with whatever this thing that God gave me in my fucking head. I don't know what it is. In 2016, around June or July or a little bit earlier. I don't know what it was, but I woke up with some residual memories that don't fucking make any sense. I don't understand it. However, weird as it may be, it just coincides with her saying goodbye. And she was gone. And next thing you know, you see the Queen of England coming out with a smile. The Queen that knows the Queen don't smile. She has a special wave. She don't smile. You don't touch the Queen. Donald Trump had his hands all up over her. There was a lot of people touching the Queen. Nobody touches the Queen. Now she don't mind if you touch her. The Queen never smiled. Now she's laughing and smiling. She's doing everything. I'm just saying, what's going on? What happened to the Queen? Why didn't she go to church that day? She was perfectly fine the day before, but it was a weird-ass BBC thing that was cut off. And people that saw it in Britain. The other people, I don't know why you guys didn't see it. I don't know if you don't have, I don't know why. But it's unusual. We're just kind of addressing the Queen kind of conspiracy. Now, nothing we say is real. Everything we say is just conjecture and just people having a conversation. So nobody get upset and nobody saying that. We're just having the conversation. It's just a little bit weird.
You know what I hate? I know this is small. This is small. It's not a big deal, but there's one part that says in her annual televised Christmas Day address, which was recorded in advance. Of course, it was recorded in advance. The Queen said she drew strength from ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I really hate that. I drew strength from ordinary people. Listen, you're all fucking ordinary. There's not one person better than the other person. And it does drive me crazy because it's that image that people with power and money who thinks they're better than you. They think they're stronger and calling everybody else ordinary. That's why I think they shouldn't even be a queen or king. Listen, you got a prime minister. You vote a new prime minister in every, 4 years. I don't know if it's like America or not. You don't even need a king or queen no more. So
well, yeah, you do. I want to be king, so don't give that. Don't.
You're right. Only you and I should be king. You're right. You should be king. I should be the dude. That's right. But the thing is, that's a good point. No, we do have family royal line that goes up to the royal family, but saying that still, no family should ever be considered better than another family. Kind of like the Kardashians. Because they're rich, because they're powerful, they're considered better than us. You can even say that about the Trump family. Since they're so rich, they're automatically better than people. And when people in power uses even the simple words like ordinary people, it's like fuck you. For even saying ordinary. We're not ordinary. We all believe the same. Listen, if there's a fucking a zombie apocalypse, these people who think they're more powerful, dude, they're the first ones who are going to die. You know who's going to live? The hillbillies. The people who live out in the woods. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. These are the people who are going to survive, not
the Pikers.
Not the family.
The Pikers will be fine in England. The Pikers will be fine. The rednecks will be fine in America. Everybody else, you're gone. You're zombie meat. But these people, oh God, they're just going to be a smorgasbord for a bunch of zombies. They're just useless.
I mean, because you're born.
Look at that.
Family, you're automatically already popular. Dude, for the rest of your life, all you got to do is take pictures, images, and sign it because you're just born. You did nothing great. And now people say, well, the royal kids, they had to join the military. Yeah, right. Listen. I'm going to tell you guys something. Elvis was in the service. He was. Elvis was in the service. Okay? But let's be honest. Elvis didn't fight on the front lines. Elvis was in the background playing piano, creating music. There were, George Bush's son, one of our presidents. Yes, he was in the reserves. He was a pilot. But if there was a war, he wasn't going to fight in the war. No. He was Bush. So, no. Come on. Listen, we were in the military. Listen, they had no problems in a war putting you and I in the front line to get killed first. You think they're going to put the royal family in the front line? You think they're going to put the Bush family in the front line? You think they're going to put the Trump family in the front line? No, they'll put us in the front line. Nobody gives a shit about us. And if you and I die, well, who cares? If a person from the Bush family dies, oh my God, about on every single news. How did this happen? How did this happen?
They'll raise the incorrect flag. Not upside down. It's already upside down because technically it's going the opposite direction that I remember. But yeah, they would have to lower the flags for those assholes. But they wouldn't lower it for us. They wouldn't lower it for the common fucking man.
I love this. Do you think that drill sergeants really yelled at Prince Harry?
No. No. They handed him a soft tissue. Yeah, they gave him a tissue because he could cry into it. I mean, these are weak children of a human species, inbred motherfuckers. Now, again, people, we're just speculating, and we're having a great time with the conversation. I'm sure they're wonderful, and they don't do anything bad at all. They're not lizards at all. Actually, they're not lizards. I don't know what the fuck they are, but I do know that the Queen it was unusual that she had made that weird ass.
That is true. I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
People care who we will watch during the day. Now, if they made like a big news article about me for somehow make up a story, then people were like, "What a great man!" But it would take. It would have to take. You have to convince CNN and Fox News to say, "Hey, this guy right here," and usually you got to be handsome. I'm not handsome. I'm ugly. Look, I wear a hat because I'm ugly.
Yeah,
they're not gonna do a story on me. Now, Bob, you're a handsome guy.
I'm a damn good looking man.
Story on you.
Yeah, I'm a damn good looking man. I feel bad about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of people, I get a little bit emotional because I'm so damn good looking that when I'm especially in squares with other people and I'm like doing a show, I don't like to show my face all the time. I have to though. I want you guys to look at my face and you guys can see that I'm not lying. That's why I talk with my face. But the downside is I'm a damn good looking man, and it makes everybody upset. I know there was several after shows after this was over, and a lot of people were bringing up my name because I'm damn good looking, and they're a little bit threatened. I get it. I know why you're threatened because I'm a beautiful fucking species of a human, and I get it. So I try to humble myself as much as I can, Eric. I don't want to become vain. It's easy to become vain, but it's a slippery slope. But I keep myself with a beard. I look ugly. I have a dirty hat. I do bathe though. Depends on what day it is. So yeah.
I'm gonna show everybody why you're such a handsome guy. Here we go. I want to see a handsome picture of Bob. This is why he will make the news. Right there. Look at that.
Oh, I'm beautiful.
That's a handsome
that makes it
right there.
Better. I'm the woman in red. I'm distracting you guys. This is my distraction.
Now, did they get the flag right for you on this one, or
it did not get the flag right because I had a red stripe. It was a red stripe underneath the blue box. I checkmated the queen. The flag had a red stripe underneath the blue box. If you guys think that's if you want a residual on that, there's lots of them. Also, you guys can watch Avengers: The End Game. The final one, the end game, and you're going to see the Archer's house when they go through time, when they actually change they go to the Igon Valley and they actually change time. You're going to see the flag change from the red stripe underneath the blue box to the white stripe. So don't just take my word for it. Go watch the movie, The End Game. You're going to see them deliberately switch the flags after they go through the timelines.
Is our friend Tomicon still in the chat? Because
yes, I think
I did add him to a picture that I did not get his permission. I feel bad, but he looks so good right here.
Somehow I don't see that man wearing a Letterman's coat. I don't think he's right now. He's like, I had never put on a Letterman's coat.
Really?
Cool though. Yeah. Somehow I think he dressed more like Crow. But a Letterman's jacket, maybe you'd have to ask him. I don't know. Maybe he wore a Letterman's jacket.
Now, the reason I'm bringing this up because Bob, I gotta ask before we move into our main topic. I gotta ask you this one picture. What the hell is that? Is that seaweed?
That's seaweed. Yes, I had a seaweed bath.
Now, this question is: was this seaweed bath at the house you're staying in, or did you go?
No, I go all over the place. This was in 1,000%. This was in Ireland. This was in so if you go to Ireland, I drove across all the way from Dublin, all the way across the other side of Ireland. It only took didn't take that long. All the way to the cross would be on the right-hand side on the coastline that's facing Britain. But yeah, so I went into a spa bath and it had all these different things. So I've got a nice tuck and rub, and then I went ahead and got myself a bathtub filled with some seaweed. Yeah. And then afterwards, I had some fish and chips. I love Britain, man. I love the English Isles. I'm not calling Ireland Britain. I love Ireland and their own identity. Yeah, and Scotland, their own identity. It's good to be king. Yes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Now this is me, and this is weird, man. With these eyes we have, I went into the bathtub with the seaweed. And I was told it's okay to open your eyes. I'm like, in seaweed sludge bath? Okay. So I open my eyes up and I come out, and I swear to God, dude, I had saw colors that I had never seen before. It was like, what the fuck is wrong with my eyes? Felt insanely phenomenal. Like my eyes felt good. Is that weird? It's weird. My eyes felt good. My body felt insanely good. I was like, I had never felt this good in my life. Well, there's been some places I felt really good at, but that's a different story. But in this particular place, in that bathtub, I felt amazing getting out, man. And it's like hot water with seaweed. And I just laid there, was covered in seaweed. This is in Ireland, man.
I can't find none.
Oh, Ireland.
Somebody was asking if there was a picture of like right after boot camp, and there is a picture of I got to find them. Maybe on Monday I'll show the picture. I got a picture of Bob in San Diego, just right after boot camp.
Oh no!
Right after boot camp. I gotta find it. I thought I had it.
Oh, it looks soft.
Oh no! You weren't soft. You're a very strong person.
Yes.
You're very strong.
I highly recommend people, if you guys can get a seaweed bath, I would do it. I would definitely freaking do it, man. They've been doing it in Ireland. Go figures, man. They figured that shit out. They're brilliant. Don't worry about no COVIDs, man. Just go get a seaweed bath. You're clean. You're no problems anymore. Make a seaweed bath.
I don't know if anybody cares, but I got to talk about this, how smart my dog is for a second. Okay?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to show you how smart she is. You see how she's sitting?
Yeah.
You know she's sitting over? My AC unit. She's sitting on top of my AC unit. So every time we go on a walk, she goes to every single AC unit where the air comes out. She lays right on top of it, so I don't see it. And my wife goes, "Oh man, we're gonna smell shit," because she sits right on it. And there was one time, people, that our dog actually took a dump, and part of the poop was over the vent, and the air was going out, and the whole house smelled like shit.
Oh no, Eric. Remember, I was back there when I was back at your place, and we took the dog everywhere in the back seat. At one point, guys, I said, "You got to pull over, man. I got to throw up." It's the dog farted. I don't give a shit. The dog farted. Pull over the car. The truck. We pulled over. I was gonna throw up. It was that bad. God. I've never smelled anything like that. It's not proper.
Here's my latest picture. Here's our wonderful Joe Biden, Donald Trump, just doing their part to help America, following Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley. She always had that L on everything. Is that L still there, or is it gone now? It's always there. Is the L still there?
It's underneath the jacket, because she had other pictures that actually had it. So
yeah.
This might be a guilty plug, but if you guys like my pictures, here's my Instagram account, just in case you guys want to check it out, because I do try to have fun. This is Strange Brew. Instead of Canadians, a couple Americans. Here's Meatballs. You guys remember the movie Meatballs? There's
Yes.
Being Spicoli in Fast Times.
Totally, I surfed.
And this is the Running Man. Now, everybody remembers the movie. Remember, we're going to get to the main topic in a little bit, guys. Everybody remembers the movie The Hunger Games. Well, The Hunger Games got their story from The Running Man. The Running Man is written by Stephen King. Played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he was in jail, and to get out of jail, you have to win the game. Yes. Wow, doesn't that sound like Hunger Games?
Hunger Games. I'm holding up the two fingers.
And there's us. And of course, that's you in a beautiful red dress.
Beautiful, man. No matter what you put me in.
21 Space Odyssey with our Corona beer.
That's how our Corona beer.
Attack of the Clone Tomatoes, one of the greatest movies ever.
Ever.
I love that picture. Flash Gordon, one of the best superhero movies of all time.
Yes.
And doesn't Tom Cruise look good in that leather? No offense.
That's what I feel like. I feel like him, man. I feel like Flash Gordon here on Orion Spur. That's what I feel like. I'm gonna play football on Orion Spur.
The original Shazam. Sid and Nancy. Now Donald Trump and Joe Biden. They're going to be in the new Sid and Nancy movie.
It's identical to them, the real characters. Yes.
Repo Man, where I was like asking the question. If you're a repo man, if you picked up a car that had dead aliens, what would you do?
Yeah, I would put them in the back of the car.
You had dead aliens in your trunk.
I would drive long distances with an alien in the back of the car. Yes.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Would you go back in the 80s? Fuck yeah, I would.
Yes, I would too.
What I know now, I go back in the fucking 80s.
You could do whatever you want. Nobody cared in the 80s. Everybody was on coke, but you would get high, stay away from the hard stuff. Man, everything was good in the 80s, man. Everything was good in the 80s. Oh, man.
Marquis, one of the greatest comedies of all times.
Yes.
Evil Speak. The real Matrix movie. I'm serious. I'm not joking here. When I wrote this, Evil Speak is the real Matrix movie. It really is. I don't want people. You got to understand this. This movie. You know what? I tell you guys what. If you type in Evil Speak on YouTube, there is a free copy to watch on YouTube. We're going to talk about Evil Speak next Tuesday on a horror talk show because basically he uses a computer to get into the Matrix to talk to God or Satan.
Wow.
And brings it out. And this was like 1980 or 1981. Okay. Now watch War Games. Look at the graphics. War Game came out like in 83. And watch Evil Speak that came out in 81. The graphics in that computer, 81, when the devil comes out, is better than the graphics in the War Games computer. So I'm telling you, he used the Matrix to help him to defeat the people that pick on him. So everybody, seriously, I'm not joking. Watch Evil Speak. You can watch it free on YouTube. It is actually on there. If you type it in, it's on there. Yeah. We're going to talk about this Tuesday, and I'm going to break it down why Evil Speak is more Matrix than you ever thought it was.
Absolutely. The Matrix, the AI, if you guys look at 19 is AI. 1 is A, 9 is I. So if you want the 19 is, why do you guys see 19 everywhere? Because 19 is AI. I'm serious. Well, I'm a coder. I'm a decoder.
Well, even if you look at his computer right there, if you see that little circle, first of all, this is like 1980, 1981. Computers didn't really have great graphics like that yet. But in this movie, it did. Matrix.
The Matrix.
And was it really Satan or devil who killed those kids in the church, or was it God? We will talk about that on Tuesday. So that's
you wouldn't know what bad is unless bad happened. So is Satan technically required, or the devil, or fucking whatever the dark entity is? Is it required for you to know what bad is? If you don't, Buddha says that life is 90% sadness and 10% happiness.
Robert Ali, is this the YouTube page for that movie? Or
1984.
But the movie came out before 1984. Evil Speak was like I'm almost the star Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard.
He might be talking about 1984, the book. I don't know, maybe because there's a pretty much this is what it looks like now.
Yeah, because Evil Speak came out in 81.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna start going into the main topic. Okay, now, like I said, the main topic. I'm not here to divide. I'm not here to poo-poo on religion or atheists. Okay, no. What did you say? No, it's a track, Eric. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, this is a touchy one, man.
I'm actually going to play. Hold on a second. I'm going to play. I like this guy's take on atheists. This video I'm going to show is only 3-4 minutes, and if anybody wants to see that clip themselves, I put it on my other channel just to make sure that it's not going to be copyrighted or anything. That's not going to bring down the video.
Okay.
So and then what I'm going to do, I'm doing real quick is I'm just hurry up. I'm just double checking to make sure that it still has no copyright claim. No, it doesn't. Okay. You got to make sure nowadays because you just do.
A whole lot of channels getting taken down. It's unusual. It must be a bunch of shills doing it.
Okay. Now, my other channel that I put this down on Matrix Eyes. So the first one I'm going to play is this one guy. Let me know if you can see it.
Often asked.
Do you see it?
Damn. Yeah, it's up the ass.
I know, but
that's good though. Yeah. Okay, go for it. This fucking cocksucker. I just want to put my penis in his mouth. Make sure you make this 18 now, Eric.
Occasionally in an accusatory way. Are you atheist? The only ist I am is a scientist. All right. I don't associate with movements.
I knew you loved this guy, Bob. That's why I did it.
Ism. I think for myself. The moment once someone attaches you to a philosophy or a movement, then they assign all the baggage and all the rest of the philosophy that goes with it to you. And when you want to have
right there, he is correct on that part where if you do come out and say you're an atheist, that you're automatically already labeled.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem that's part of the problem with this world is if you say you're something, you're labeled, and anybody can find good and bad stuff. But the word
always
is almost considered bad. Now, here we go. Let's see what he says.
Have a conversation, they will assert that they already know everything important there is to know about you because of that association. And that's not the way to have a conversation. I'm sorry, it's not. I'd rather we explore each other's ideas in real time rather than assign a label to it and assert what's going to happen in advance. Now,
he is right on that part about got to have a conversation. That was something that we tried to do ourselves.
Oh, can you see it? It's the movie. Remember that flag, Eric? That's in the movie The Endgame, by the way, guys. It's in the movie The Endgame, Avengers Endgame. So it changes that red line on his house that's painted on his house will change to a white line after they go through the timelines, when the timelines shift or whatever. It reverses. Like it doesn't have it, then it does have it. Kind of a thing. So I just want to throw that real fast out there.
No, that's fine.
Watch The Endgame and you guys will see what I'm talking about. Why did they change it? I don't know. I don't know why would they change it. Why was it necessary to change? But there's always a reason. But anyway, back to Up the Ass.
Yeah.
Tyson.
So what people are really after is what is my stance on religion or spirituality or God? And I would say if I had to find a word that came closest, it would be agnostic. Agnostic. A word dates from the 19th century.
Now the question is about now I know you hate this guy, and I brought him up just because I know you hate this guy. What is the number one reason? Is this guy full of shit, or is there some truth in what he's saying about being labeled?
I just don't like him because number one, he's lying blatantly about a lot of things. He's an agendist. He's just about money. Because I myself took classes that not from Carl Sagan, but I took Carl Sagan's classes that was offered at the university that I went to. And I took parapsychology based off a book that Carl Sagan wrote. So I know about science. This cocksucker actually supposedly knows Carl Sagan at the time, who was a big fan of Carl Sagan. They were supposedly chummy at the school he went to. And Carl Sagan clearly states, and even now people can find it, about Sagittarius' arm, and he talks about Sagittarius' arm, and we're located in Sagittarius' arm. It's just a label, guys. Don't be flat earthing and getting crazy, but it's just a label. But Sagittarius' arm, and this guy clearly says it in some of his interviews, and then he all of a sudden switches to Orion spur. He blatantly is lying, and the way it goes in a courtroom, just one lie, your entire case is dropped. You are a liar. He's red flagged many times, not to mention he's just a one big ass walking red flag on anything and everything he says. Now, everything is in question with this man. He has lied so much that I can't listen to it. You don't know he'll say some truth, Eric. He'll say a lot of truth. He's like Alex Jones. He will give you the truth and you'll eat it. And then he slips in the lies. He slips it in like that's what he always does. He slips it in, and he's an agendist, deliberately to deceive you. And it's always a dollar sign involved with the two lines, not the one. But he's so I can listen to him talk with some truth, but he'll slip in a lot of lies. it's just because he's in the guild. He's in the guild. I'm in the guild. I'm still in technically. So he's in the guild. So he's playing the guilder's lie.
Well,
So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, fuck that guy then. Let's take him off. Our friend Robert Ali sent this in the chat. He said there's no copyright claim. So Robert Ali, what is this right here? It says just slamming. Is it like here? Let me see what it sounds like. Okay.
I feel it.
I like it.
I need a glow stick. I need some glow sticks.
Oh, he made this.
We made it. This is good, dude. We're not just working with you. This is good. Don't think that we're insulting you. We're not. We're just playing with you. This is good.
I could build an intro out of this too.
It's a rave. It's a
like
rave. I have been to rave, people. Don't let this copyright. Don't let the cowboy hat fool you. I have been to rave.
I like it.
A lot of raves in Australia. They love their fucking rave.
I like it. If
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Copyright.
What do you mean, a copyright strike? Oh, that guy.
Juan Torres has set us up.
He set us up. Oh, we gotta go. Oh no, nah. He's a good guy.
What Tomicon say there? What did he get there?
And pushing imagination is the goal.
Yeah. Nothing real, but yeah.
Oh, here. Let me type in here. What? Let me see what is the. Hold on. What is the meaning of atheist? Let's see what Google tells us. Here we go. Let's see what Google says. Okay. Now, a person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of God or gods. So, but I mean, why do you have to be labeled even in the first place? I mean, listen, if you believe in God, more power to you. If that what makes you a better person, more power to you. Now, if somebody says God and that makes him a better person, fantastic. Whatever makes you a better person, that's fine. But
I knew a lot of atheists. I mean, I was in the science field, guys. Archaeologist, evolution. I did all that. I went on digs, guys. I was 100% in. I'm still in on a lot of things. I'm science first. So, but it wasn't until 2016 until I got all these wacky ass fucking memories that don't make no sense and a lot of weird things happen that I even considered something else. I was like, am I under some weird ass like demonic attack by a fucking alien? What is this? Why am I remembering this? And I'm staring at this. What is going on? And I'm seeing numbers and ways that you can't imagine. I'm having synchronicities on top of synchronicities daily. I'm dreaming of things that are happening that they even happen yet, and then they'll happen. I'm like, this ain't right. Now, am I in a Matrix? Am I in a movie? I always call it a comic book. And sometimes I sit back and I tell myself, it's gotta be a little bit of a divine thing in here somewhere, man. I don't have a name for it. I call it a turtle, a back of a turtle. A turtle's telling me things. The birds are telling me things. The sky is telling me things. I'm not in a box. I don't give offerings. There's no book that I'm looking, but I'm decoding. The Bible is here. I'm decoding the Bible. So I'm taking things from all religions. And I was also with the Muslims for a while. I've been with the Buddhists for a while. I've been with a whole kinds of people, but not as a religious person, but as a student. And I took what I wanted to hear. And there was no baby eating involved. So I liked them. Nobody eating no babies, and there was no bad things happening. So I'll take the good stuff. Agnostic.
Somebody's asking. I should ask the Alexa about botch.
What is it? Botch?
I don't know. Alexa, what is botch? Why is it not working? I don't think my Alexa likes it today. Alexa, how are you?
Alexa.
I'm Groot.
Oh, what?
She don't like you, man.
I don't know.
Were you abusive to her?
Is Bob a good-looking man?
No, Bob is not a man.
Good, guys. Dude, I did not do that. Oh my God! It said
What's talking about?
Man.
She met the king of Wales.
Hold on. I gotta ask that again. Hold on. Alexa, is Bob a man?
Was that play the song Invisible Man?
I love the first answer. You're not a man. Hold on.
I'm gonna debunk it first.
How about this?
To hear the song Invisible Man?
No, I don't want to hear the song Invisible Man. I guess there's a song called Invisible Man. How about this? Alexa, what is atheist? Alexa, what is atheist?
According to Wikipedia, atheism is in the broadest sense an absence of belief in the existence of deities. Less broadly, atheism is a rejection of the belief that any deities exist. In an even narrower sense, atheism is specifically the position that there are no deities. Atheism is contrasted with theism, which in its most general form is the belief that at least one deity exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about this? Hey, Alexa, what is Christianity?
According to Wikipedia, Christianity is an Abrahamic monotheistic religion based on the life and teachings of Jesus of Nazareth. Its adherents, known as Christians, believe that Jesus is the Christ, whose coming as the Messiah was prophesied in the Hebrew Bible, called the Old Testament in Christianity, and chronicled in the New Testament.
Okay. Well, Bob, did this machine get it right?
Yeah. Portions of it, yeah.
I got the
absolutely
question right. And did this machine get the atheist question right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
means if you got those questions right, it must got the question right that you're not a man.
Well, see, the problem is I'm going to debunk this right now. You got a speech impediment because you have a hearing problem. So you didn't say it. You didn't say it correctly. You said, am I a ma'am? A ma'am, like hello, ma'am. Ma'am, M-A-M. Yeah, am I a ma'am? You didn't say a man.
Alexa, is Bob a man?
Here's something I found on the web. According to ActiveBoard.com, Bob definitely is the man.
now Bob is the man. What?
I am a man.
Hold on. So Bob is not the man. Now, in the definition, Bob is definitely the man. What?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's drunk. I think it's drunk. Here's something I found on the web. Bob definitely is, and it says that too.
It says it. Yes. Bob, put it up in that. Here's something I found on the web. According to Bob is definitely a man. Goddamn right. The AI knew it too. It was this message. You said ma'am, Eric. You have a pediment problem. That's why I'm here to help you. I'm here for that. I'm here for you.
You're wrong. Abraham Lincoln is a vampire. Vampire killer because I saw the movie.
Abraham Lincoln killed vampire. Yes,
Tim Burton movie, right? I thought that movie was. I thought that movie was a true documentary that Abraham Lincoln was actually a vampire killer.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. Let me say this is cool that he brought this up. I wanted to talk. This is a fucking synchronicity. It's just cool. Leave it up for a second. Okay. Abraham Lincoln killed vampires. Now, this is cool, Eric. This is cool. You're a movie person. Now, this goes back to the effects or whatever. Okay, now the majority of people, same thing with the chess and the queen and checkmating the queen and checkmating the king. The majority of people out there, I'm going to say probably the most of them, remember back in school, Eric, when I sat in class, I remember the teacher saying that when a little boy with an axe cut down a cherry tree. Now let's say it again. The little boy in famous history, propaganda, whatever, cut down a cherry tree. Now, who cut down the cherry tree, Eric?
George Washington.
Okay, now I was taught that it was Abraham Lincoln. The teacher said that Abraham, he said, I cannot tell a lie. I cut down the cherry tree. It was Abraham Lincoln. Now, people say, no, man, you're misremembering. I get it. You're probably right. However, it was unusual that Abraham Lincoln Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter, was famous for his axe.
Yeah, that's
Why? Look at his axe. Why? Of all the weapons to choose, now maybe it's a coincidence, people, that they give him an axe. They could have gave him a sword. They could have gave him a crossbow. They could have gave him a pistol. They could have given him, and they gave him an axe, and he wields the axe in a martial arts style.
Look at him.
Why, Eric?
He's spinning.
See Abraham Lincoln with his axe? Eric, why would they give him an axe? Why, of all the weapons? Because in my time, I was like, oh, that makes sense because he cut down the cherry tree. That's how I remembered it. Eric's like, no, it's George Washington. Everyone says George Washington, but look at Abraham Lincoln with his axe. Why do they choose an axe, Eric? It's a message for people.
Let me ask you this story. Let me ask you this about George Washington. Now, Zulu thinks George Washington cut down the tree. That's what I remember too. Now, but there is another story that's coming out, and of course, I don't know if it's true or not. They're saying that George Washington, because he had bad teeth, his teeth was fell out, that he actually took teeth from slaves to put it in his mouth.
I never heard that. I'm not gonna be honest with you. Maybe in this place it's true. It's like checkmating the king and Abraham Lincoln not cutting down the cherry tree with the axe, but it was wooden teeth was the myth. It was a myth, and then they said it was ivory. That was a joke, and the real truth was ivory. That's what I heard. Wooden teeth. Everybody knew was wooden teeth. It was a bullshit myth. But then it was ivory. Oh, we just fooled you. It's always been ivory, not wooden teeth, but never from slaves. I've never heard that.
Well, let me ask this. Alexa, did George Washington replace his teeth with slaves?
He had several sets of false teeth over the years, but they were not made of wood.
Alexa, did George? Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked that up.
I'm not.
No, sorry. Alexa, did George Washington use slaves' teeth for his mouth?
Here's something I found on reference.com. Although George Washington did wear false teeth, they were not made of wood.
Okay, so they probably don't know what they're made of. I heard ivory. I was raised with ivory. I worked at the Smithsonian. It was told it was ivory. I've never heard of the slave's teeth thing. Now, again, people, it's disclaimer. When we say slaves, we don't want to disrespect anybody for any timeline or whatever. We're just talking about it. Do
you believe this one? I cut into a cherry bolt when I was younger. I thought I found a demon tree, red leaking out.
What the hell, dude? Where are you from? what levels of hell did Tomicon come from? I have never seen blood come, and I've seen tree sap come out of a tree. But it's because Abraham Lincoln cut down the cherry tree, and people just need to get over it because they made a movie based off of it. That's why he had the skill set to kill vampires. I think even Tony remembers the cherry tree with Lincoln. You get that? I don't want to get that started on the sidebar. That's an old one. I don't get that started on the sidebar. Somebody remembers that Lincoln. It was me. I was in the class. Teacher said that. She could have got it wrong. I get it. She could have got it wrong.
Okay.
Maybe it was is it because it was not true anyway? It could have been anybody.
According to George Washington and slave teeth. According to George Washington's ledger on May 8th, that's my birthday, May 8th. Holy Christ. He paid £6 and 2 shillings for 9 teeth. I'm not going to say these other words because it's inappropriate to say those words, but apparently there are stories that he actually paid for slaves' teeth.
What the fuck?
Oh,
never heard of this, man. Dude, I've worked in museums. I worked at the Smithsonian Institute. His teeth were ivory. They were ivory. No, man. They were not slave. Oh, my God. What are they saying in this place? Are we living in hell?
I don't know.
I'm asking myself these questions, but
I wasn't joking when there's supposed to be stories about.
Whew. Really, that was a ledger that he had purchased slaves' teeth. Man, where are we? Where are we? It was nothing like that at my time. I worked in museums, man. I'm a nerd like that. I would know this, man. I would know that. I've talked about his teeth. I was Smithsonian, and they're ivory. Nothing about no ledgers.
Is it possible to get back to our reality? Okay, that's fine.
Right? I keep saying it myself.
All right, here we go. Now this is about the 10 Commandments. This is called the 10 Commandments with explanation. So this is going to go through the 10 Commandments, and we'll like pause it, with some explanations to see what you think and what the public thinks. Here we go.
I am Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
He's reading this out first.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not kill.
Oh, that sucks.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Okay.
Nice.
And God spoke all these words to all his children. I am the Lord thy God. God was giving each one of us, his children, a gift. He didn't want us to ponder and to worry and to wonder. He let us understand that he is God, and he commanded us that he is God. So we no longer need to worry and wonder.
He does get interesting on some of his explanation. You got to hear some of this.
Is it an idol? Is it a cow? You no longer need to worry who is God. God is going to take care of you. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. People today have money. They use money as gods, sex symbols, power, religious leaders.
Now, what he said there is 100% true. Some people use the word God for money. They use it for power. They use it for the wrong reason, correct?
Yep.
So that's why I liked about this one, because he actually gives real explanations on what people really use it for now, instead of the tint of what it's supposed to mean. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's continue. And Bob, let me know if you need me to pause after you hear something so we can talk about it.
Oh, no, that's good.
Controlling people.
Controlling people.
When people should be worshiping God. There is no other God, only God himself. No models, no sports figures, no politicians. We're all equal. God is the only king, and you should never feel insecure because we're all equal. That's a beautiful gift for all God's children.
Now, I'm not saying God's not king, because I'm not a religious man. I'm going to be honest, people. I'm not a religious man, but everybody, what he said is everybody's the same. And that's what I've been saying, even about the Queen earlier, that there's no ordinary people. They're just us, all of us. We're all the same people. We're all, we're everybody's ordinary. Okay. Everybody. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now,
And by the way, guys, the cross is there, but it's across the board, man. I got Islamic friends. Let's just put that right there. Okay, there's a couple crosses in here. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. No big deal about this. We'll get into that.
Okay, here we go.
Lord thy God in vain. Many people talk as if they represent God directly.
Yeah.
And when you give them money, you're giving God money. It doesn't work that way. Every single church, synagogue should have to account for the money that you give them. When you give them money, you're not giving God money, you're giving them money.
And that's what I like about this one. I mean, he's basically speaking the truth, that if you're giving money to an organization, and I treat the church the same as Republican Party, Democrat Party, like the government. Yeah. They should all be accounted for what they use with that money. Because how many people, how many ministers, Bob, that you have seen in your lifetime that's driving fancy cars using our money that's supposed to go helping other people?
Osteen, man, that fucking, have you seen Osteen lately? Him and old Kanye fucking idiot West were walking on water. It's artificial water. They're walking and do some congregation on the water. Osteen, that cocksucker who locked his doors during a hurricane in Texas and wouldn't let anybody in the church until he cleaned out the fucking kitty dungeons, what it was.
No, I think we're all special. Yeah, we're all special. Every single one of us.
Everybody's special.
Nobody is better than the other person. Kind of like when I'm not going to bring up comments, but there was a comment made where maybe on Wednesday some people thought there's some leaders. No, there ain't no fucking leaders. I don't have a leader. You yourself is your own leader. You yourself represents free will. Don't ever give your free will to somebody else. Don't do that, people. Don't. Here we go.
Religious organizations are businesses, and they use God's name to collect money.
Yep.
So this gift shows you that those that use God's name in vain by extorting you spiritually are breaking God's rules. If you want, you can help people directly, or if it is a charitable organization that you feel is justified, it's fine.
Yep.
But when you're giving money, don't let anybody extort you. Don't let them use God's name and think you can buy your way into heaven. You got to earn your way with kindness and love for your fellow brothers and sisters.
Eric, we're going to stop right there. We're going to talk about that. Stop it. Let's talk about that right there, guys. Now, let's go, Eric. You go back to that P for a second there. I'm going to tell you about that.
What P? On the gold?
Yeah, go back one little smidge. You're going to see that round idol, that round surface thing. This is something that I am. Go ahead. Now, people, I want everyone in the sidebar to look at that. Look at that. This is what the Pope wears on his fucking on his nighty robes, his robes when he walks around like an idiot. Fuck the Pope. But that Pope is anyway. Then he also put out a thing that the sex is good now. God wants you to have it. Okay, whatever. That's good. Okay, but in whatever context. Also eating anyway. That P, guys, was not in my memory. Whatever's they put in my head, that thing isn't in there. I've studied religion at the university. I've done all this shit, and this thing pops up around 2016 or 17 for me. I have never seen it before, and I know the church, man. I studied this shit. This thing popped up. Let me explain that to you, Eric. Do you know what that is?
Oh, I don't.
It's an important symbol. You've never seen it because you probably just didn't. Well, you've never seen it. It's what it is. It's been around. You probably would have bounced into it, but does anybody in the sidebar even know what that thing is? It's a lot of them are wearing it. It's just out of nowhere for me. They're wearing this symbol, and I'll tell you what it is. What that symbol is, I wrote it all down. Here we go. It is called the chi rho, Eric. It's called the chi rho. And that chi rho is an X and a P. Now the X, this is all Greek stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, rho symbol.
The Chi-Rho symbol, correct. The Chi-Rho symbol. The Chi-Rho, the X is a C, and the P is an H.
Funny.
The P is an H, and the X is a C. That's what it represents. The Pope worships as is the Son, Mother, and the heaven. Yeah, I believe it. So you're looking at what it means is Christ. It's a C and an H for C and H for Christ. Now, this symbol came about with Constantine. Now, Constantine has a whole new history. In my time, when I studied Constantine was the one who brought Christianity to the forefront, and then basically in Rome, Eric. The Emperor Constantine brought this into Rome. So the Emperor Constantine brought this in Rome in let's see, the battle around 313 AD, 313 AD, about 312. Then there's 313. It was 312, then all the way up to 313 AD. There was a great battle, and hold on, it's called the Milvian Bridge Battle. And so what happened was Constantine went into battle, and he was a pagan, and he had a front line of Christians. These are proto-Christians. They didn't have any books. They had comic books. They had canons. Everybody had a separate story of Jesus. Nobody had the same story. It was like Thor. Is it the same old pass-around oral stories like Thor? There was no Bible. Okay, understand, Constantine didn't have one. Now, according to what they said was he looked up, Eric, at the sun, and right above the sun, there was a single cross. And also written in the sky, Eric, were words. Hold on.
But I could the sun. See, look.
Yeah, there you go. There were words in the sky underneath the sun, right next to that white cross that was glowing. It was a glowing white cross, a single one. Now, in my time, Constantine did see something, but there were multiple crosses in the sky. It was nothing like this. There was no words. So now there's words. The words are as in hoc signo vincit, which is in the sign of conquer. It means in this sign conquer. Yeah, in this sign conquer. So he read those words up in the sky along with the white cross, and then he said, we're going to kick some fucking ass. And then they gave him the spear of destiny, and he went in there and they kicked ass, whatever. So when he came back, he rounded up all the comic books together, and he made a set of canons, and he sent it back to Rome to be put together as the Bible. And it was pretty damn thick of all the books, all the canons. And then as time moved forward, they removed many of them books because the church had an agenda. So they removed the Book of Enoch. They removed a lot of books. Now, people have asked me in the past, dude, you know a lot about this shit, but you're just a pagan. Yeah, I am. So anyway, what would you recommend for a Bible if I was a Christian? I wanted to read a lot of the canons that were removed. Well, you want to get the Ethiopian Bible because Ethiopians had the original, all the books were there, and they didn't remove them. So they actually kept the traditional book, and they did not remove any of the things. So if you guys want an actual book with all the canons that weren't removed, you want the Ethiopians version Bible. Get rid of the King James Version. Go get your Ethiopians Bible. You're going to have the Book of Enoch and all the missing books you guys have been looking for. If you're a Christian, okay, I'm putting some advice out there. But again, the Pope wears this, Eric. The Pope wears this Chi-Rho. I've never seen anybody in my time growing up ever wear no Chi-Rho.
Let's move on to the next one.
Hey, go for it. That's one little bit.
Everybody so far in the chats has been cool because I know this is kind of a subject where, you can say something accidentally wrong, take it out of content. We're all just having fun. We're just talking about it. So thank you guys for being cool in the chat. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to start fights or nothing. So here we go.
No. I'm just giving you guys history. Just a little bit of history for yourself.
Keep it holy. People were working at that point in history 7 days a week, killing themselves literally. Then God gave us this beautiful gift, the day of rest. What a beautiful gift. Prior to this gift, people had to work every day. Now everybody in the world thinks and they believe they're entitled to a day off. What a beautiful gift that God gave us. Honor thy father.
Now hold on a second. Now, I don't know. I'm listening, but is he kind of saying that's the reason that I don't know, like most? If you think about regular work world, you think of Monday to Friday and have the weekend off, and of course Sunday is usually known for the church. Is that
Yeah.
because they're treating Sunday like that rest day?
Well, what it is, it's not technically Sunday. It was Saturday. It was the day of the Sabbath.
Okay.
So the day of the Sabbath is the day you worship God. And then the day after, you're not supposed to do any labor at all. You're not supposed to do anything. You're not supposed to be like partying it up or anything. You're supposed to be devoting your entire day to God. And that's where Jesus was on a Saturday. He went into the square where they were supposed to have Saturday. Everyone's supposed to be worshiping or whatever.
Oh,
It's Sunday. Yeah, that's what, they moved it over to Sunday. Correct, Tomicon. But now it was Saturn Day. There you go. And they Jesus kicked in everything. He knocked off because they're making money. They're making money off the fucking, they're sacrificing animals, and you pay for the animal to get sacrificed. Bigger the animal, the better the sacrifice, more God loves you. So that's when he went in and kicked it on a Saturday. That's the whole start of the whole thing. Yeah.
I was just curious. Cool, here we go.
And my mother. At that point in history, if the children didn't take care of the parents, there were no governmental agencies. There was no government to help you. It's either your children or nobody. And God made a rule that the children should honor thy mother and their father. All the elderly people out there should thank God for this beautiful gift. So now your children have the responsibility to honor you because of this beautiful gift that God gave you.
Now, before I go to the next one, now I'm not saying God gave us that gift, but the meaning of that gift is kind of true, because at the end of the day, you can't trust other people to protect your own family. At the end of the day, it's about you and your family. It really is. I mean, I've heard stories that there's a few people that are not going to their parents' family funerals because they don't want to wear this and stuff. And I'm like, you can choose what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what you should do or not, but you should respect your family. Whatever you got to do to be there, it's your family. I mean, family. Yeah. Listen, I love doing the show. I love doing the show, but if something just happened to my daughter upstairs, I'll cut the show off right now to help out my daughter. I mean, that's just because you and I, everybody here in the chat, everybody's on the show, we have seen communities turn on each other. We have seen people backstab other people. You don't know who your true friends are. You really don't. That's why I always say is your family is your best friend. Your wife, husband, I don't care if you're gay, straight, transgender or not. Your direct family should be your priority. I'm not saying if your sister, daughter, or your aunt, and they're all drugged up, drunk all the time. I'm not saying always give them money and stuff, but I'm saying at the end of the day, your family is the main people you need to trust.
And it don't have to be related people. Family don't mean related by blood. Family's family.
You can have a godparent. You can have a godmother. Yeah. Family, you're right, Bob. It's kind of like Fast and Furious, right? We're family. That's what I'm talking about. Trust. You have to trust your direct family because out there, especially in the YouTube world, you don't know who you can trust. People backstab you in a second. So, people, what I'm trying to get at, don't lose your family over anybody. Don't lose them, okay? Even if you don't lose something. Here we go.
Thou shalt kill. Wow, what a special commandment and gift. Nobody's entitled to kill you. No matter what you do or say, they have no right to take your life. Nobody's perfect. And many times people go into rage and they lose their tempers. They don't necessarily even want to kill, but they just have that spirit at that moment. God has made everybody aware that it's forbidden. And if you do kill, your life is over. So this was a gift to make you feel safe and secure, because God needed his children to have peace. Because he knew there would be arguments. He knew people would argue over food, land, and oil, governments. don't think the 10 Commandments apply to them.
Now, let's go there. Let's go there for a second. Now, say you do believe that you should not kill, okay? And if you do, you go to hell. And I'm not saying heaven or hell is real because I'm not a religious person. But, our government, they don't do the killing. They send you to do the killing. So if you and I get sent to the front lines, and this is just a philosophy talk. I'm just thinking out loud. You and I had to kill somebody or we be killed because we're doing our job for the government. Does that automatically mean that you and I go to hell because we're killing somebody to defend this country, or our government sends us into wars that are based on lies? So are we going to be punished for what we have done in the military?
Yeah, that's the catch-22, man. If you're in a kill or be killed situation, they say turn the other cheek. But if you're in a kill or the Bible now, and I don't remember this, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. But the Bible now talks about Jesus, and Tomicon probably knows more than me on this one. Talks about Jesus, even Jesus saying, bring my enemies before me or behead them before me or some. I don't know. There's a situation sometimes where it's you or them. I've been in them situations and I'm here now. I'm helping people out the best I can. And I'm not an asshole. I'm not a bad person. So sometimes it is what it is where you're at. And it's not your fault. You're not intentionally going out looking for fucking kill it.
It was murder.
If you're in that situation, it is what it is. There is don't murder. Don't kill. If you can get away with not doing it. But,
like I say, we're not going out to pick a fight, but sometimes if you're a police officer, you're in the military and stuff, you get put into situations that it's not your fault that you're there. And it's easy for people to sit in a goddamn office in a White House to make these decisions because they're not the ones out there fighting.
Yeah.
They really care.
That's why I kind of like the pagan idea. I like paganism. I like the idea that they've died in honor and then they're going to move on and become great warriors in the next life.
That was the king he was talking about, not Jesus saying he killed.
Okay, good. Make that clear. Put that in there. I say I'm not Christian, so I can't sit there and tell you. I just hear what people talk. The evangelists were talking about. I'm like, what the hell? I don't remember him ever saying anything like that.
It's fun. I'm having fun, and I don't see anybody going too crazy in the chat. Fighting each other. I think these are hard things to talk about, especially that you're more into religion than I am. So it's kind of a nice balance. You're studying it. I'm not saying you're more into it. You study more. I don't study it. I don't read the Bible. I don't.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me go back. Let me see. Here we go.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. It's a pretty special gift to those that are being cheated on. For those that cheat, well, they don't want to remember this gift or commandment. This was given to people so they could have a whole family unit. As women got older.
Stop that one. There is a thing called divorce. You guys can, I know the Catholic Church doesn't condone it, but if you got a drunken asshole in your house that's whacking you around a lot, you can divorce him. I don't care what the church says. Even in paganism, you can divorce. A woman has the right to divorce. You can divorce. You could walk your ass out of that house and you not get your ass beaten by him. If you're a man and she's out running around or she's on the junk, she's shooting her shit, you're supposed to be there to help her get off. But if it's going that south and it can't happen, you can divorce. You don't need to commit adultery.
You can get almost in deep in any of these because what's considered technically would consider adultery? What if you never technically now like California or California or Washington like if you don't marry somebody but you live together for past 7 years, they call it that word where she can still take money from you. So so I know this is off. I know this is crazy, but in God's eyes, would that be considered a true marriage, or does God consider a piece of paper that you get from a state? A piece of paper, you know what I mean? I mean, what's technically considered? Because what if you're just dating somebody? You're dating a girl for a year, and and you fell in love with somebody else, but you never technically got married with a piece of paper. Is that considered adultery? So how far can you go with this?
Well, Dad always told Dad always said, don't be an asshole. Break up first. Break up.
Common law.
Common law, yeah.
So if you just live with somebody and never get married with a piece of paper, is that adultery?
Yeah, just let your whatever other know, hey man, it's over. Give them that fucking, at least that. Say this is over.
In Canada,
and then leave, or just do it behind their backs.
In Quebec, it's only 3 years for common law.
Damn. Yeah, just don't do it behind their backs. Nobody wins in that situation. Nobody wins. Nobody wins when you're married cheating behind your. Don't do that, man. Nobody wins.
Really?
It's just a fight in the freaking fridge.
Is this true? Having sex with another person is considered marriage in the Bible? Is that true? I don't know that.
No, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Again, I'm not familiar with it. If it's in there, put it in the sidebar. Let people read it.
Because I'm not saying it is, but if that's true, then I would say 40-50% of America is already fucked. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Yeah. How many guys, girls, they get together, say, how many different partners did you have this year? Oh, I had 5. I had 3. So if he has sex, isn't it a lot? That's a lot of adultery. That's a lot. So
I ain't hanging around with that. Just be smarter than the situation. Don't be stupid. If she's rolling with Sancho, go away. Get out of it. Walk away. If he's rolling with Sancha, walk away from that, man. Just get away from it. They'll figure it out.
I don't see a point in getting the state involved in your relationship.
We're just going over what the practicalities of a real life situation. Although, and again, in paganism, they have divorce. Just divorce.
I know this is way off subject, but when I bought this computer, you got a free year subscription with YouTube TV. Okay, and they have this show on there, this new series on there. It's called Trying. It's called Trying. It's a cute British show. Only reason I watch it because the British people are cute. I'm not British, but if this show was shot in America with American people acting in it, it would not have the same effect. Because they're cute British people, I love it. I know that sounds bad, but hold on. But they're trying to have a kid and they can't. The show's called Trying on YouTube. On Apple TV. So they're going to try to adopt. They're going through classes and they get in front of this panel, right? They're in front of the 7 people panel. They want to adopt. And one of the questions were you guys aren't married. And the guy goes, well, we just don't believe that a piece of paper proves how much we love each other. And I'm not telling you to watch this show, but it really makes you think that when you're trying to adopt or something, that they want you married. They want you to have that paper, even though your love for each other is exactly the same. But the people do look down on you if you never have that piece of paper. So that's all I was getting at. That's all I was getting at. It's a show called Trying. I'm not promoting the show because Apple TV is not paying me money for this. I know I'm a shell now. That some people think I'm a shell. I'm getting paid. Well, Apple TV is not the company that's paying me. So I'm just want to bring that out there. Here we go. I'll go back. I'm sorry. I'll go back. I'm off topic. I'm sorry.
Had wandering eyes.
Wandering eyes.
God didn't want to leave women alone with nobody to support them, nobody to help them with their children. So he created this gift to the women and the children to help them because man might leave.
I love that.
Today,
not men or women, men might leave.
So those children became men, and you need to thank God for creating that.
My mom left.
Your mother, so your father would have to take care of her. Thou shalt not steal.
Okay.
Who wants to go outside and have to worry about getting robbed? Before God made this rule, it was survival of its fittest.
That's true.
People that were strong took whatever they wanted.
Yeah, they still do.
After the 10 Commandments, 10 gifts. You had no right to take anything that did not belong to you. And if you did, you were breaking the Constitution. God's Constitution. That's the permanent Constitution.
Okay, hold on a second.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Hold on. Now, that's a little gray area too about stealing, because technically the government, everybody steals from you. I'm not saying stealing is good, but are you already screwed if you stole your brother's toy? I don't know, coal, or you accidentally took somebody's $2-3. So what's the fine line of considering stealing? Because if you stole something from Bob, you downloaded maybe some movies that you're not supposed to. So does that mean you're automatically fucked? Because they all screw you. I mean,
yeah,
movies, shit, going to movies nowadays. If the movie theaters were open, you spend $12 on a popcorn. Is that stealing?
Well, I won't steal anybody's intellectual property. However, I will use it to come up with a better idea. So I will use intellectual property, it includes a movie or two, to come up with a better idea to fix a situation or to move forward in advance, like science asks us to do, to move forward in advancement. So I won't steal a physical. I didn't steal from nobody. I don't want anyone stealing from me. I treat people how I want to be treated. If it's intellectual property, I won't steal it. However, I will cite them and use the material if it's going to benefit more people. That's kind of how I see certain things like that.
There, stealing is rooted in jealousy. Unless desperation, then forgiveness can be exercised and help. Okay.
Well, yeah. If they were filthy ass, nasty ass gluttons like a motherfucker who's hoarding supplies and something, then I think it's life or death. You're going to have to take so. You're not going to take everything. You're going to teach them a lesson. So you're not just stealing from them. You're taking resources and you're actually giving them something. You're giving them a lesson. You're giving. Sometimes you need to. You're not stealing. You're giving them a lesson.
Okay. Well, here we go. Let's go to the next one.
That's the permanent Constitution. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Big time.
There are many people in prison today that are innocent because people bear false witness against them. God created this gift so nobody could do that to you. So people wouldn't be accused of things they didn't do. But eventually they will pay the price because God judges. Not you, not I.
Oh.
I hope he does judge.
I hope so too.
Hey, when I was living in Port Orchard, right, guys, I want you guys to hear this. I was living in Port Orchard. The neighbor built a shed, and he didn't build it correctly. So here's a big windstorm. The roof flew off his shed, hit my house, and cracked the siding. Okay, the husband comes over and goes, "Eric, I apologize. We're gonna pay for the siding." Okay, now there's a guy who was doing siding, just still building new houses. He only cost $150. No big deal, right? Only $150. The neighbor's wife, that guy's wife, comes over, knocks on my door. I thought, oh, okay, cool. She's coming to pay us the $150 back, right? And this is what this lady goes. She speaks another almost language, so I'm not trying to make fun of how this person speaks, but I'm going to try to act like her. Ever let you know, I got off with the insurance. It was act of God. It was act of God, so we don't have to pay for your crack siding. It was act of God. So I'm like, what? Whoa. I'm like, well, your husband said, no, it was act of God. Wind blew. It wasn't our fault. Okay, listen. If the wind blew, right, something flew off their house, that could be true. They built this shed themselves. In this complex, you're supposed to have a permit, an actual company that builds it and strong. They built this. It flew off. It cracked mine. Husband said they'll pay for it. And then once we pay for it, the woman, the wife comes over and says not. So I want them fucking judged for lying my ass, for fucking stealing money. They built something that cracked my house. Was it the wind? If you would have done it properly, the windstorm would have never done that. That is, I hope. I'm not religious, but I hope that part's true and they get what's coming to them. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. It just shows the dirtiness of people out there that's just garbage. That's just fucking garbage. No, and I never talk to these people again. I never did that. Fuck them. Okay? I don't want them dead, but fuck them. I hope they go somewhere that's not nice. Here we go.
I don't like to feel bad.
My neighbor's wife.
Hold on. Mom, did they really say you should not be like? Is he saying like you should not have sex with your neighbor?
You got covet your neighbor's wife. So say you're chilling with your wife, and the neighbor's wife comes out in a sweet ass bikini, like a yellow polka dot bikini. She's laying poolside. You're not supposed to be leaning over the fence, going, "Oh man, I want a slice of that."
Yeah, but
and your wife is behind you. You can't do that.
Okay. But isn't that already technically considered adultery anyway?
Well, yeah, you can't be leaning over the fence looking at your neighbor's wife or anybody else's girl and going, "I want a slice of that" when you're married to your wife.
Okay, well, I think that's already covered under adultery, in my opinion. But
yeah, the problem is, I know a lot of people, even women, that some of the dudes are like, they let themselves go to the point of gluttony. They're just disgusting. They're fucking rotten. The woman's looking like, I don't even want to look at you anymore. She's out working her ass off. She's trying to look good for him. He looks like shit to her. Or vice versa. She's sitting around fucking eating potato chips, watching some soap operas, getting fucking gluttonous, not doing anything. I mean, there's always that, like, but again, it goes back to that, I'm getting a divorce. You know, let's work this relationship out. Here's the contingencies. I need to work on some serious issues I have. You give them to me and I give them to you. Let's work that out. We can't work that out, then walk away. But don't be leaning over, drooling over your fucking neighbor's wife.
Voluptuously is a man with another man's wife, or a man's wife with any man. Well, I know that's technically adultery. Adultery. So, like I said, all I'm saying is it's already covered. You know, I don't even think they need this in there. But hey, it's not my. I didn't write the 10 Commandments, so here we go.
Yeah. God says it twice. He's so serious and sincere about you not cheating. He does not even want you to look at your neighbor's wife. He don't want you to be tempted. He does not want the family structure to be destroyed.
So
children need two parents and love.
Okay.
Today,
but if she's dressing a certain way on purpose in front of you to force you kind of look, then isn't technically she's the devil in a way? Because there's people that I mean, let's be honest, men too, they try to dress a certain way on purpose and force that person to try to like make you fall into lust. So is that technically then are they the devil if they do that?
Yeah, because look at me, I'm a damn good looking man. So when a woman walks by with her husband, she's gonna look at me. It's just gonna happen. And so I don't want to break up no marriage. So, but still, she can have a look. I think it's okay.
I mean, sometimes they're looking really nice, right? So is it wrong to say you're looking very beautiful today? Hey, you look like a handsome guy. I mean, would that be considered wrong? I mean, it's all right to tell people if they look nice or not. I mean, it's not, I don't know. Here we go. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, guys.
Hey, everybody. We're having a good time.
The world is a very sad place where religions are killing each other. The 10 Commandments belong to all of God's children. Very few people today can tell you the 10 Commandments. They could quote Abraham, they could quote Churchill, they could quote Lincoln, they could quote Einstein. Can't quote God. They cannot tell you the 10 gifts of God. And today, this gift is presented before you so you could cherish it, think about it, and live it. If you live this life, you'll have a wonderful, peaceful life. And if you don't, your life will be filled with anxiety, worry, and eventually you will be judged. Not by me, by the big boss. Okay. So it's your choice. I like that. Please, God bless all the universes.
Well,
Amen.
Okay. Now, good. This is perfect because we only got 15 minutes left. Anyway, that's perfect. But in all ways, you don't have to be a religious person to say there's some good stuff in the Ten Commandments. I mean, just the philosophy of it itself is good things to live by. I don't think you have to believe in God or not believe in God to say, well, I don't believe in God or Jesus, but the Ten Commandments is something to respect.
Yeah, I believe in the All Father. I don't have a choice. I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it. It was put on me. So I was letting. I mean, it's hard to explain. It was letting me know that, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I didn't want to know you. I didn't want to know you existed. Why would you do that? Well, I had a great life without you knowing about you. So I now have a little bit of a thing for the All Father, and I use that word. I don't use God. I use All Father. And people are saying, well, what about the All Mother? I said, well, I didn't have a mom growing up. So I'm putting an anthropomorphic idea in my head on what I'm talking to. And yes, it's got a set of balls and a big ass schlong. So I'm talking to a dude, talking to an All Father. So again, people that, oh, well, what about the All Mother, all the feminists? I'm like, I don't know about a feminist thing. I'm not an Ashtar person. Didn't have a mom, so I think of a man. So when something gives me a sign or gives me some kind of revelation or what's going on or I think an All Father. It's what I cross the board. Other than that, my life goes normal. I'm not in no fucking box with no book. I'm not in nothing.
I say.
Just not like giving no money either.
Well, like I said, the whole title, atheist versus Christian, is one better than the other, or should we even care? I think caring about the principle of the Ten Commandments is something cool, but it really make a difference. You shouldn't never judge for what you are or what you're not. I mean, we got free will. You're given free will for a reason.
Because I didn't go to no church. I was on borderline atheist. I was agnostic because I was in the military. I was in wartime. So there's no such thing as atheists in trenches. So of course I'm not. So I always followed kind of a pagan idea.
This is true.
Again,
good morals, like good parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And even if you didn't go to church or worship a God and shout out some fucking name, still knows on the inside who you are. Like I'm not a fucking thumper. So why would I was chosen to fucking wake up for some weird ass reason? Because what I had on the inside was good. Eric on the inside is good. He don't need to have a name for anything. He don't need to go to no box. He's just a good person. So some people don't have to be religious or whatever. They're just good people that woke up.
Maybe one day I'll read the Bible. I don't know. But I shouldn't have to make myself a good person.
You don't have to. You don't need to. There's no reason for you to. You got your own thing. You got a good inside. That's all that whatever wants. The great people wants that.
That's what anybody should have. Just have a good inside.
Good inside, man.
What is this? The number one commandment should be: do not mess with children.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
saying. Yeah. Without saying.
Anybody who's a parent really knows that, your kids are everything. You want nothing to be harmful to kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to come here and talk about what's the right part of age and all that, but I'm just saying your children is your job as a parent to take care of them. I remember you and I used to go to football games, right? And I don't know if this is sad or not, but I remember there was a time in the earlier days we used to go to football games and there would be people with signs. And I don't know if they were part of a certain church or not, but they would have these pictures on these signs, which they have the right to do that. But I used to hate when I used to see them have their small kids do that too. Because I used to hate that. I'm not saying they should not preach what the parents should preach, but I feel like you should treat your kids where they should have free will and make up their mind in life. It's kind of like the covering that right now is going on. I don't tell my kids they should have to wear one or they should not. It's up to them. I give them the free will to do that. I don't force or push anything onto my kids. If they want to go to church, great. If they don't want to go to church, that's fine. because there's a lot of bad church out there. Our brother, who became our sister, believed in the Bible more than we did. But he tried to go to a lot of church, and they didn't accept him because they don't believe his lifestyle fits in. But I'm always like, well, if the basic word of God is love, right? And that's the basic. I mean, comes down to love. It shouldn't matter what their preference is in life. It should just mean that you should be accepted for who you are. That's the part of the church I'll be honest that I don't like is people are judged if you're straight, gay, transgender or not. You should be judged as a person, as a good person, not for what consider your lifestyle is. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're not stealing, killing, taking people's wives, husbands, partners, whatever you want to call it, that's what should matter in life. That. But some churches still, there is now. Michael, our brother, did find a church that accepted him. It took them a long time to find that church, and I'm like, I think the church will be stronger now to come back even stronger if they're more willing to accept people for who they are.
Yeah, but let me say this. My dad did say this to my dead gay brother, older brother. He did say this. Now, you've chosen a lifestyle, and there will be nobody to carry your casket. You understand that? And my brother's like, what do you mean? He said, there'll be no one to carry your casket with other than your two brothers and maybe their kids. But there'll be nobody of your kin, no blood, none of you won't have any children carrying your casket and your name because you've chosen the lifestyle. And that lifestyle it's just not going to go that direction. You'll be alone. And now my brother, it's just me, Eric, and my kids fall at exactly what my dad said. He had no children carrying his casket. He had none children of his own carrying his casket. No one showed there. When a gay man dies, no gay men show up to carry a casket. I'm just saying, I'm not putting anybody down in gender. There's a lot of gay people, lots of gay other people that come to their funeral. Well, it's not your grandson, not your granddaughter, not your family line is not going to carry your casket or honor your name all the way down. That's what my dad told my brother. Don't look at me and Eric and say you guys are no, we're not saying anything. This is what my dad told my brother. There'll be nobody. That's all of this was. I understand your lifestyle. I got no problem. I'm not going to bother you about it. Eric says I'm not going to bother. I didn't bother him about it. But we both know Dad says no one's going to carry your casket, and nobody did. Just me and Eric and our kids. So
it's still saying treat other people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah,
it's simple as that.
Yeah. So
But I understand that it's not fun that way, especially if you're trying to get clicks or views. You're going to create fire on purpose. I mean, a lot of channels do that, and it's a choice if they want to do it that way.
Yeah,
I'm doing it that way.
It's your lifestyle, man.
I'm not gonna make up stuff just for people to come here. I'm gonna treat people in the chat properly, and hopefully they treat us properly. And I want people in this chat to treat other people in this chat properly. Okay? There's no reason to always have a battle. There's not. Especially if you are religious. If you are religious, then you should always be treating people with respect. Now, of course, there's a fine line of somebody not treating you with respect that you're going to have to defend yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you got to have higher tolerance than other people. I had to learn high tolerance because trust me, people, I've been picked on my whole life.
Yeah, yes.
You know what? I don't care. Will we be judged? Will we be judged at the end? Maybe. If we are, as long as you're a good person, like Bob, like I said, as long as you're a good person, you're going to get to where you're going to get to after you die.
You're going to get to it. Yeah, you're going to be looked after. Let me read this thing here. This is out of the Bible book, whatever you guys want to call it.
He had to carry his friend's parents. Isn't that sad?
This is Romans 12. Romans 12:17. Romans 12:17. Here we go. I'm not a Christian, by the way, so don't fucking judge me, lest ye be judged, right? Here we go. Romans 12:17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. provide things honest in sight of all men. 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peacefully with all men. Here we go. 19. If I'm reading this like shit, it's because I can't read this shit and I'm blind in one eye. Here we go. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Now keep going. Don't just take it out of context. 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. So as much of a dick as he is to you, be nice to him. And it'll come back to him from someone else.
So do not pay evil with evil.
Yeah, and then 21, real quick one. 21, be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. So just be good. Johnny, be good. Johnny, be good.
Well, man, I hope everybody kind of enjoyed today. I know it's kind of different in some ways, but I think it was fun. I like breaking down, and I like that video, and it's in the description. If you guys like that video I showed, it's in my description of where I got that video from. I mean, I like the way he put it, you know. If you're going to give money, make sure you know who's getting that money.
Make sure you know who's getting it.
You know, don't trust anybody all because it's a church. It doesn't mean they're proper. It doesn't mean our government's proper. You're going to donate money to a charity. Make sure you study on how that charity gives out money, because there's a lot of charities out there too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
What I'm saying is, I don't give a shit if you're a Christian. I don't give a shit if you consider yourself an atheist. I don't consider myself nothing. I don't put a label on myself. I don't believe putting a label on myself. I am me. I am called a searcher. Want to put a label on me? Label me as a searcher. I am searching for the truth. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all I am.
Very good.
So I hope everybody out there, I think most of the show, I saw great things in the chat. I didn't see a lot of fighting, and I was afraid that today is going to be, because we're talking about church and atheism.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that they're divided, and if you talk about something, they're after you. But I'm glad today it was awesome, and I like what he said. Godspeed, everyone. One community, one love, and love of blessings. That's fine, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, man, love everybody, and let's spread the word, man. Help me out, people. Everybody in the chat, help me out. Tell other people about this channel. That if you want to go to a channel where nobody's judged, send them my way. We don't judge anybody. We don't judge anybody. So help me out. If you guys like my Instagram pictures, hey, please subscribe. Please.
If you guys don't go and subscribe to his shit, at least comment on his freaking videos. We're going to see them all the time. You guys need to go to his Instagram and put a thumb up, please. You will see them every show. Eric means it. Now, go find his Instagram and go thumb his ass up. You will see them every show.
Listen, to spread the word, right? To spread the word about your channel. Unfortunately, like YouTube, you got to have a lot of thumbs up. I mean, you just do. To spread your word, you got to have comments. And if I want to get new people's got to be able to see it. I have an awesome Twitter account that's here. That's also in the description. So go to Twitter if you have it. Subscribe to me from all these formats so other people will start seeing it, because the social network is, unless you have the clicks, unless you have the thumbs up or the heart on Twitter, other people won't see it. And I want us to grow with the community here that's going to be open-minded to everybody.
Yeah, and it's free.
That's my community. Yes, I don't charge nobody nothing.
They don't charge for them. It's free. You just time it up.
So
it's free.
Go to Instagram. And Tuesday, I don't know what we're going to talk about on Monday yet. I'm working on that now. I'm trying to find people on. But Tuesday, we're going to be talking about evil speak and why Evil Speak is the true Matrix, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. So watch it, and I'm gonna explain to you why Evil Speak, even though it's a satanic God type movie, it's really truly the Matrix.
Yes, it's a movie.
I love this. Thank you. You guys deserve a lot of subs. I appreciate that. I like that. So, guys, that's it for today. Love you all, and I'll see you on Monday.